Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Bonnets and Pillow Talk. I am your host, Miss Fadzo. Welcome. I hope you're doing well today. I'm going to quickly go through the day breakdown. Today is day 25 of 75, the 75 Hard Challenge. For our diet, I'm doing intermittent fasting for 16 hours and eating for 8 hours. My window of eating at the moment is 2 to 10. It is going well. So far, so good. Hungry between 12 and 1. But at the moment, the hunger pains are subsiding. I'm kind of getting used to eating around that time. Water, we're drinking a gallon of water. We finished that around 7:30 today. Our exercise for the day, we did a morning run in the morning, and then we did a kickboxing class, and it kicked my butt. It was so much fun though. I think I'm gonna carry on with these kind of like dynamic exercises as the summer comes around and as the spring weather does whatever it's doing. I'm gonna play around with my workouts a little bit more. We're reading 8 Rules of Love by Jay Shetty, and we're gonna do our 30 minutes of Bible time just before bedtime. For today, our question of the day is, do you trust yourself? It's a very daunting question to ask yourself in the broadness of the daytime like this, but I was kind of just thinking about it today, and I think if I had asked myself that question a day today a year ago, I would have said no, because I really didn't. And when I think about it now, I think I'm in the process of really learning to trust myself. I think after university, I really went into a job that I thought I was going to love, and I hated it. And I experienced failing at a job that I loved, not because it was something that was in my control, but it was something outside of my control. I kind of also, I think, had set some unrealistic expectations for myself. And I think even now, I sometimes set some unrealistic expectations of myself because I'm a firstborn African daughter. And I think there's some expectations that I'm telling myself I have, but in reality are societal expectations and not actually expectations that I have or are expected of me by the people that I care about or of myself. And there are other things too that influenced why I felt like I didn't believe in myself. There were or I didn't trust myself. There were a lot of promises I felt like I'd made to myself that I had broken, and I just didn't feel like I could really trust my word. And then I started doing a little bit of work. I started to get to know myself, to discover myself again, reading again, doing hobbies again, running again, just spending a little bit more time by myself, spending more alone moments with myself, journaling more, asking myself more questions. And eventually, I'm learning how to build trust. And some of the things I'm doing right now in terms of being intentional about building trust within myself is that I'm trying to learn how to set realistic boundaries. So I'm doing things, realistic goals and realistic boundaries. So I'm reading a lot of books. I'm going to therapy for realistic boundaries and for realistic goals. I'm doing things like, looking at different kind of goal setting theories and reading on them and figuring out what works for me, experimenting with different things. I'll try like a thing for a week and figure out if it works for me, or try it for 14 days. I'm not opposed to trying new things, so I'm always trying to learn new things. So I'm trying to learn to set more realistic goals, things like SMART goals and stuff like that. I'm also trying to learn to intentionally learn how to keep promises to myself. So if I tell myself I'm doing the 75 hard challenge, then I'm doing the 75 hard challenge. If I tell myself I'm going to be posting every single day, then I'm posting every single day. I want to make sure that I'm really being intentional about building that trust over time, and that trust is built by being continuously showing up for myself and keeping my promises to myself. The other thing I'm doing is I'm making sure I'm really being intentional about celebrating my wins. If I'm kind of like rolling all over my words, I woke up from my nap and I realized what time it was. So just give me some grace. I'm celebrating my wins. I'm being really intentional about it, no matter how small it is. Like the other day, literally learned how to apply my lashes. And I made myself a little cupcake with little eyelashes on it. And I just took the moment to celebrate that it's something that been wanting to do. And I finally done it. And I did it again this morning. I had lashes all through today. And I was just like, girl, this is you. You did that. You did the damn thing. And I'm just learning to celebrate the small things, the big things. Even the fact that I've gotten to day 25 of this challenge. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I don't know how to describe it to you guys, but I'm genuinely so proud of myself. And I'm just genuinely every morning celebrating. You did it. Today, you did it. Every time I post a video here, I'm like, girl, you did it. You did it. You did it. I'm just taking every day and celebrating it. The last thing I'm doing, no, the second last thing I'm doing is listening to my intuition and really being true to my discernment. And if something don't feel right, I am listening to it where I can real quick. And where I can't because it's unsafe, I'm treading very carefully because I already know that there's something fishy in the water. And the last thing is I'm showing up for myself and being more kind to myself. I think we tend to be really mean to ourselves sometimes. We say the most horrible things internally to ourselves. And I used to say really horrible, horrible things to myself. And when I think about it, like if people you trust said mean things to you, you wouldn't want to trust them either. And I think sometimes it's hard to trust yourself because you are literally being your biggest bully. It's hard to trust yourself because you are the person who breaks the most promises. You're the most unreliable person to yourself. It's hard to trust yourself because sometimes you feel like the expectations that you set on yourselves are so high and you just can't meet them. There's so many reasons why you might not trust yourself, but let me tell you something. It is so important to learn to trust yourself. And as a person who is transitioning from being like a young adult to being like a grown up like adult who's like married now, that's crazy. Um who's married, I'm realizing just the importance of really understanding and learning how to trust yourself and learning the joy and the value of trusting in your ability and trusting in your choice and trusting in your judgment and just trusting yourself. I think that's such an important quality to have. And I think it's something I'm working on. I'm grateful it's something that I can look back a year from where I was today and be like, wow, I've grown so much in my trust for myself. It makes me really proud to see the growth that's happening in my life. So before I ramble on, I have my question for the day for you is, do you trust yourself? Let me know if you're feeling brave in the comment section below. If not, I totally understand. Take a moment to journal it or just have a little moment in your quiet time before you go to bed to just ask yourself, do I trust myself? And if not, why don't you trust yourself? And if you do, what ways can can you give us some advice? And what ways can maybe you continue to foster and grow that trust within yourself? Are there areas of your life that you need to increase trust on, and some areas that maybe you're doing really, really swimmingly and you just need to learn from those areas? Let me know down below. Like I'm saying, if you are feeling brave in the comment section, I'd love to know. Today has been a beautiful day 25 of the 75 Hard Challenge. I have been your host, Miss Fadzo, and this has been Bonnets and Pillow Talk. I hope you have a beautiful day today and tomorrow. I hope you are feeling great about yourself. I feel like it's gonna be a great month. I just have a feeling that April is gonna just do some crazy good things for us. So let's keep swimming. Let's keep going. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow for day 26 of the 75 challenge. 75 challenge. 75 challenge. Bye.